Social engineering. As a cybersecurity engineer, these are some of the scariest words I can hear. It's a tool for deception, used to manipulate people into giving away their most sensitive information. Everyone in this room, at some point, has experienced a social engineering attack. Maybe it was a prince in a faraway land reaching out to you to save them in exchange for millions of dollars. Or maybe it was something much simpler than that, much more natural, like a message from USPS on your phone telling you to click a link to view a package that you never remembered ordering. But social engineering is so much more than just a way to trick people for their money. What if I told you, instead of being a tool for deception, it could actually be a tool for success? A way to build relationships, create opportunities, and open doors that you never thought were possible. That is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. But first, let's dive a little deeper. Social engineering attacks are some of the scariest form of cyber attack. In fact, over 98% of successful cyber breaches involve some form of social engineering. And this is because social engineering takes advantage of a massive vulnerability that every company has. People. No matter how amazing a company's defenses, their firewall, their intrusion detection systems, people will always be a fast-pass way for attackers to break in. But why are these attacks so effective? This is because social engineering plays on human emotion. The best social engineering attacks, the ones that can cost companies tens of millions of dollars in damages, are the ones that feel the most personal. Maybe it's an urgent message from your boss telling you to send them a sensitive file as soon as possible. Or maybe it's an email from your favorite sports team telling you want a huge giveaway and you need to click a link in the next 24 hours to claim your prize. When emotions are involved, logic takes a backseat. At this point, though, you're probably wondering, what does this have anything to do with building relationships and creating opportunities for success? To answer that, let me tell you a story. It was my sophomore year, and like many students here today, I was struggling to find a job. I had applied to hundreds of positions, gone to career fairs, and revised my resume 1,000 times, and still not a single interview. Then, one weekend, I attended a company tour of the John Deere office in downtown Chicago. It was just another tour, one of many I had already gone on before. I would go to the tour, talk to the employees, listen to the presentations, and at the end, as usual, I would be told to apply online. This time was really no different. I went on the tour, I was given free food at the end, but that was it. It was time to go. But as I was leaving, I had a thought. What if I gave this one more shot? Instead of leaving, I turned back. I went up to the recruiter, not to ask for a job, not to hand over my resume, but to just talk. I started with a joke about how cool it would be to hack into a tractor. That conversation led to us talking about her experiences working at John Deere, and then about growing up in Chicago. And by the end of the conversation, she had asked me if I was looking for opportunities. I wasn't just another resume anymore. I was an actual person that she could connect with. That conversation led to me landing my first ever cybersecurity opportunity and was the catalyst to land my subsequent jobs at both Tesla and then Amazon. When I walked into the John Deere office that day, I never thought that the job I would get would be the one that I never even applied to. And I didn't get hired because of my amazing resume or my 4.0 GPA. I got hired because I had convinced the recruiter that I was the best candidate possible for the job, regardless of if it was true or not. I had socially engineered them into hiring me. And this is what I mean when I say social engineering doesn't have to be a tool for deception. It can be a tool for success. Whether it's building a business, making new friends, or applying to jobs, your ability to connect with people will determine how far you go. And just like a hacker socially engineers people to break into companies, you need to master the ability to socially engineer people, to find that common ground that makes them not only want to talk to you, but to help you. It can be as simple as a shared hobby, a hometown, or even a joke about a tractor. This way, instead of trying to brute force your way through countless applications, you break through a company's defenses, going straight to the people, opening the doors for opportunity. Life is all about social engineering. You will always be working with people, and your network will become the strongest asset you own. And the better you are at making these connections, the further you will go. So, next time you find yourself trying to brute force your way into your next opportunity, just ask yourself, what would a hacker do? Thank you.